This is going to be me rating the places I've lived in terms of urbanism. So, if you don't know me, I was born in Seattle, Washington. My family lived in this neighborhood up here called Ravenna Park, I'm pretty sure. I could be totally tweaking or capping, but we actually moved when I was really young, so I don't really remember Seattle that well at all. But my brother did a ski camp in the Pacific Northwest a couple summers ago, so my mom and I came out to visit him and visit Seattle, some of her old friends, and I played a pickup soccer game in Washington Park Arboretum on this field right here, and it was totally beautiful. And I would give Seattle, a solid 6 out of 10 for urbanism. It does not have a big metro system. It has Link, which is a light rail. I think it's basically mid, but it's North American, so that's to be expected. Gorgeous city, lots of water. I'd love to live here again. I think it'd be super fun. All right, the next spot I moved was Denver, Colorado, which I think is around here. Actually, we lived in a suburb called Louisville. What the hell? That's Wyoming. Oh, yeah, of course. We lived in a suburb called Louisville, which is up here, I'm pretty sure, somewhere. Sort of outside Boulder. Yeah, here it is. So this is basically, the most king hell single-family home ridiculous development. Look at this gorgeous tennis court, though. Wow, that's like an oasis of blue and green. I wonder if it's public or private. It's probably public. Anyway, I don't see any courts here in the public park. There's a basketball court, though. That's cool. And I remember biking maybe around here, although maybe it's changed because I left here 6 or maybe 14 years ago or so. Anyway, it's just totally ridiculous. It's a desert. The mountains are really cool, but it's not walkable or urban development. I'm not even going to spend that much time on it. I'm going to give where I lived in Louisville a 2 out of 10 on the scale. And then Denver as a city, there is public transit. It is a city, but it's basically mid. I'm going to give it a 3, maybe. From Denver, we moved to the far northeast, and I lived in this tiny town called Farmington. Farmington also obviously has no transit or anything, but it does have a university, and it's kind of got some, fabric of urban life with a fair bit of parking lots, but it's not great. It's not awful. It is a tiny town, so you gotta take that into account. I'll give it a 4, probably a 3, to be honest. I'll give it a 3 because I'm feeling generous. I used to drive about an hour to work here. And I was actually I first lived in this town called Wilton as a young child. And yeah, it's pretty fun. This was our house right here, 3 Allen Street. I'm not doxing myself because I do not live here anymore. Beautiful area, Wilton, Maine. Not good if you like cities. I went to college here in Richmond, Indiana. I went to Earlham College. It was wonderful. Richmond also is a pretty small town, a lot bigger than Farmington, but still pretty small. And there's some good urban fabric here. No transit, of course, totally like super spread out, ridiculous. But my college, of course, you can't really rate for urbanism because it's a university, but really wonderful. Totally where I got introduced to these ideas. Never played tennis at these tennis courts. That's tragic. I should go back and do that. That's a bucket list item. I have, of course, played at the Evan Farber recreational tennis courts and even the Gene Hambrick varsity tennis courts. But that's because I lived here for 4 years off and on. So Richmond, I would rate it a cool There were 2 walkable stores. Actually, you could walk to the center of town, but it's just kind of long. But this one's called Needler's, and I think it's actually called Marsh now. And then this is a gas station, so that's right across from campus. Very convenient for those of us with no car, which was, you know, a fair percentage of the population. From there, I moved back home, but then I went and did a year abroad in Hong Kong. And this is really what this whole video is about. Hong Kong is just incredible as far as urbanism is concerned. It's insanely dense. It's you know, it's got probably 10 million transit lines. Nah, that's not true. But if you count buses, it probably is. It's also insanely expensive. Because there's not that much buildable land actually, and the environment is just such that there is money to be made on housing. So that's the deal. I went to this bar once. There's a bar up here on top of this building. It's pretty cool. I lived right next to some really accessible recreational space. This Arthur Street playground is right across from my building, which was this blue one right here. And then if you just go up these stairs really quick and easy, you know. Let's see if I can find let's go. These stairs right here. Kind of a trek, but you know, you make it work. And then you come out into the beautiful Kings Park, where there are 6 tennis courts, which I never played at, and then 4 basketball courts, 4 hoops, 2 courts, which I did play at. I also played at length in this area, not tennis, but on these 3 fields for my various soccer teams, and it was basically awesome. I love Hong Kong. It's beautiful. I got to take my family back there at some point. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. This is my first kind of video like this, but Hong Kong, I got to give it a 10 out of 10 on the urbanism scale. It's an insanely efficient use of space, insanely efficient pattern of living. You know, there's a lot of plastic usage and trash generated by the city, but I think it's a lot less than most other rich cities in the world. So yeah, this is my Hong Kong, Kowloon urban area, facing the ritzy coast of Hong Kong Island. Totally beautiful stuff. Love it. And now I live in a really different place. Oh God. I live in rural Vermont, right here, basically, in the Killington area, and it is very cool, and I love skiing, and I hope to get to ski here, but on an urbanism scale, it is a 1. But I love it anyway. I get to see my family and my brother. Alright, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want more urbanism rating videos.